So this film starts from the time when Janet was trapped in Quantum Realm for the first time. That is a universe. She gets very scared seeing the things around her, but then suddenly some strange creatures attack her. The creatures that she had never seen before. Then she escapes their attack and confronts them. She even kills many of those creatures, but then she meets a man who was scared, and he asks Janet where we are right now. Actually, he was none other than King the Conqueror. After this, the scene shifts to the hero of the movie, Scott, Ant-Man. Ever since he joined the Avengers, he has become very famous. People started to know him very well, although people didn't like him so much before. But now these people were crazy about him, and his friend now runs her dad's company. She uses PIM particles to give the world a good future. These particles can increase energy and strength. Now their life was going very well. They were very happy. Even Scott had written a book on himself that he was reading and telling people. Now he wanted to leave everything and become a good person and a good father, and always wanted to help humanity. Then Scott gets a call that your daughter has been arrested by the police because she was messing with the police. She was interfering in their matter when the police were removing the people sleeping on the street from there. Then Cassie was stopping them from doing this. That's why Scott and his friend go to the police station and get her released and bring her with them. Scott explains to her that you can get into trouble one day trying to become a hero, so stay away from these things. On which she replies, "No, Dad. Now I have grown up. I have my own suit, so I can protect myself and want to help people." Then Scott finds out for the first time that Cassie also has a suit, which is of no one else but of Ant-Man, and this is given to her by Scott's friend. After this, these people go to Scott's friend's house and eat with his parents. Here we see that his friend's mom is no one else but Janet, whom we saw in the beginning. All those people used to live happily together now. Here Cassie is trying to know more about Quantum Realm with Janet's husband and daughter. That is, the same beginning became the universe, the world. Now Janet's husband shows Scott that I have started working on my ants to make them more powerful. For this purpose, I have used PIM particles. Because of this, these ants have become so powerful that they can do anything according to me. I mean, whatever I tell them to do, they can do. Then Cassie also tells everyone that I have made a device. Through this, we can learn more about Quantum Realm. But Janet was not happy with this because she had spent 30 years of her life there, which was a very difficult time, and they did not realize how dangerous Quantum Realm could be for them. But Cassie convinces them that to know about Quantum Realm, we do not need to go there. In fact, with the help of this device, we can know about it by staying here. Then Cassie turns on the device and sends a radio signal to Quantum Realm. Because of this, all the data is collected there and shown to them. But as soon as the answer to the radio signal comes from there, Janet gets very nervous and she tells them to turn off that device. But when Cassie does not do it, she turns it off by herself, but then suddenly that device turns on automatically and started to pull things around it, even those people. That's why they all go inside the device and came to a different world, which was no one else but Quantum Realm. Along with them, those ants also went to Quantum Realm. Scott came in his Ant-Man suit. He and his daughter Cassie came to the same place, and they were very surprised to see their surroundings because they did not understand where they had come, while Janet's daughter and husband had come to a different place. Janet was not with them, so they got nervous and started looking for her, and then Janet comes there. She was nervous, and she asks them to stay here secretly, which meant that they had also come to Quantum Realm, just in different places. There Scott was also trying to contact his friend. That is Janet's daughter, but he was not able to contact her. But still, he was repeatedly telling Cassie that nothing will happen to us. We are all safe here. Now, they were talking when suddenly a very big creature rises from below and attacks them. They run to save their lives. That was about to kill them, so that some people in suits come there and kill that creature with their powers and save their lives. These people were actually the locals of the Quantum Realm, who were also thinking of them as a threat to themselves. So they catch them and take them with them. She was saying something in a different language. Then as they give Scott their special drink, so Scott was now beginning to understand their language. He then tells them, how did we come here? And we are not a threat to you. But then their leader comes in front of them, says that you have come from above. That way is open. So surely that conqueror must also come here. This is the man from the start whom Janet also met. The leader tells them that he attacked our world, the quantum realm and made it like hell. But here Scott was not understanding who is this conqueror, but we understand that that man is Kang the Conqueror, who is a very dangerous and evil man. Janet meets a group of people there from whom she meets. They were very happy to see her because obviously she had spent so much time here. Seeing this, her husband and daughter were surprised. Now the people here give them a big flying creature so that they can ride on it, after which they ride on it and go to a place where Janet also gives them a special kind of drink. And now these people also begin to understand their language. Now Janet meets her friend and asks him for help because this man and Janet had encountered the Conqueror before. They were also said to be very courageous. They became quite famous among everyone. But here Janet feels very bad to know that her friend is now with the Conqueror. That is, he has extended the hand of reconciliation with him, and he is now looking for these people. Hearing this, three of them get angry. That's why they attack that man and steal his ship and run away from there. On the other hand, the leader of the quantum realm was telling Scott that is how the Conqueror killed our people and made his own world here, where he has a lot of companions who are dangerous like him, and the people who survive secretly from him fight all the time to defeat him. Now in the meantime, the people of Kang the Conqueror attacked them because they had found out that these people, Janet and Scott, had come here. That's why they fight them and compete with them. Although the Conqueror's team was very big, a very big fight goes on between them. The people of the Conqueror were wearing strong suits and they were setting the fire. Meanwhile, Cassie sees that those people are going to catch the leader. That's why she comes in her suit without thinking and goes to help her. Then seeing this, Scott also has to go to help her. And now this father and the daughter come in their Ant-Man suits and start fighting them. And they kill a lot of people very bravely. Now they had taken a breath of peace when a big robot machine attacked them. It was dropping fireballs, leaving a turbo light and also fast electricity. That's why these people start running to save their lives. But then that robot machine comes in front of Scott and says that it was nice to meet you again, Scott. After that, the machine shows its face. Seeing this, Scott was very surprised because this was one of his enemies whom Scott had killed in the suit. So obviously, now he had a question in his mind that how is he alive now? He also picks him up and brings him with him and tells that he was not dead that day. In fact, I had come to Quantum Realm where Kang the Conqueror saved me and made a robot machine. I attack every person who comes here. On the other hand, Janet was telling this story to her husband and daughter that when I came in Quantum Realm, then I met Kang the Conqueror here. He was also trapped here like me. He told me that I go to different planets, but because the ship was broken, I was stuck here. Actually, I have a ship with which I can go to any timeline, any universe. Janet tells that he and I then recharged the energy ball of the ship so that he could go back to his house. And then after many years of hard work, we were successful because we charged that energy ball. After that, we started putting it on Kang's ship. His whole ship was connected to his mind, and then as soon as I touched it, I saw everything in Kang's mind. From this, I found out that Kang had destroyed so many times and the worlds. He completely destroyed them as if they had never been found. And he was not trapped in Quantum Realm, but someone deliberately trapped him there so that he stays there and does not destroy any world and time after coming out. But because his ship was fixed, he also got his suit. So he told Janet, I will also leave you at your house, and I promise that I will not do anything to your world, your planet. But Janet did not accept that he leaves her planet and destroys the others. So she comes in the form of her suit, disappears, steals that energy ball, and starts running away from there. But because Kang had obtained his suit, she could not run far. After going a little far, after destruction, he stops Janet from running away. Then Janet here increases that energy ball with power so that Kang can never reach her, and she runs away from here. As a result, Kang the Conqueror was trapped there because his way was also closed, and because he had a strong suit, he made his world there. After this, he also made a very big team, and Janet kept living there after being hidden from him. After this, her husband saved her life and took her home, but even after coming back, she was still ashamed that I woke up a monster in Quantum Realm. After which, her daughter tells her not to worry. We will stop him from taking the energy ball together. And then the three of them leave in search of that energy ball. There was Kang in front of Scott, who orders him to kill someone, that I will kill your daughter. So you go and get that energy ball. So Scott goes there to save his daughter, but as soon as he reaches in the middle of that place, he feels weird. He sees that there are many people made like him. He does not understand anything about what is happening. The more he was thinking about it, the more his lookalikes were becoming. All this was the work of his mind that was doing everything. And then people like Scott, because a very big team had been formed there. So a mess creates between them because all of them were going to the place where the energy ball was. Everyone wanted to get it, but in this way, the main Scott remains down there, but then he climbs up with the help of all his lookalikes. All of them were doing exactly the same as ants do, meaning that they were climbing on top of each other, and they had to make a long line upwards. After going to the top, he was about to reach the energy ball. That's when he falls down, but then his friends come and save him. Scott then makes the energy ball smaller again with his power, and then Janet and her husband also come there. Janet tells him not to give this ball to Kang at any cost, but then Kang comes there and takes the ball from Scott. That's why Scott and his friend come in their suit and try to stop him, but there is no use because he drops them. After which he takes Janet with him and leaves there, and there her husband was busy fighting with the robot machine. After taking her with him, Kang tells Janet that when I passed through every timeline, I saw that gradually the whole universe, the planet is ending, not because of anyone else, but because of the people who live there. That's why I first captured the timeline, and all the planets that were not good for me were dangerous. I ended them all, and I didn't leave those people who were with me, although I killed millions of people, but it doesn't matter to me. On the other hand, Janet's husband comes to Scott and his daughter with him. His ants were also there, which were looking very big and powerful than before. He then tells them that these ants have told the life of years of this quantum realm in minutes, and only because of their intelligence, they have become powerful and advanced. Then Kang's guards, when they were taking Cassie to capture her, that's when she cleverly gets rid of those guards. By killing them, she also frees the leader there. The leader tells Cassie that you all send this message, that we should attack the Kang Tower together. We can defeat him. After hearing this, she somehow hacks the system there and sends a message that we both are here and absolutely right too. So now you all attack the Kang Tower together. We can defeat him. She was encouraging everyone, and Scott was also listening to all her words. After that, all those people go to attack the tower together, but Kang also found out about this. He was thinking of running away from there with his entire army. After putting the energy ball in his ship, he orders to start the ship, but then Scott comes there in his Ant-Man suit, in a very large size, and was wreaking havoc everywhere. He was destroying the buildings with his fists and legs very easily. Kang's ships were stopping him from doing so, but he was also just moving them aside with his hands and smashing them like ants. Those ships were large in number, and the rest of the people also come there to attack Kang. They had come very close to the tower. When the robot machine was about to kill Cassie, she also increased her size like her dad and hit him hard. Then she hit him more and threw him there and said, I can give you a chance. If you want, you can become a good person by improving. Kang's ship was about to fly when Scott attacks him, and with his single attack, many pieces of the ship broke. That's why Kang had also come out in his real and dangerous form, and he starts killing people there with his dangerous, powerful light. No one was able to stand in front of him, and they were falling away. Even Scott was not able to move forward to stop him. He was not even tolerating his attack. Then in anger, Kang tells him that, you have no idea how powerful and dangerous I am. I don't know how many planets and universes I have destroyed, and I have also killed many heroes of the Avengers. So you are nothing in front of me. As soon as he says this, a lot of ants come there, which Janet's husband had brought with him. All those ants attack Kang at the same time. Their number was so high that it was very difficult to stop them for Kang. So that's why he made a shield around him so that he could stop them. But then suddenly a robot machine attacks him, which breaks the shield. And now hundreds of ants attack him at the same time. And with this, the robot machine also ends. Then Janet tells them that you all come to the tower quickly. We are leaving from there. And because they had very little time, they quickly come inside the tower. Janet had made a portal by using the energy ball there, through which they start going to their world. They all leave, But now when it's Scott's turn, Kang attacks him and begins to beat him badly because he actually wanted to stop Scott and go out of that portal's way. But here Scott starts destroying the energy ball with the help of power to stop him. Then seeing this, Kang starts trying to get out of there quickly. But as soon as he comes near the portal, Scott's friend comes from the front, who kills him and throws him near the energy ball. The energy ball was already destroying Scott, so it starts bursting, and there is a loud explosion, which also makes Kang its victim, and this is how he ends. But they could not get out of there, because that way was closed. But she was happy that we saved the quantum realm from being destroyed. Now, with the help of Cassie's device, she opens the portal again in front of them, from which they also come back. Now Scott was thinking about his victory, and that's when Kang's word comes into his mind that there is going to be a bigger danger than this. But not thinking so much about it, he thinks of enjoying his life, and he celebrates his birthday with Cassie. All of them were very happy together. After this, we see Kang's army, in which there were many different kinds of Kang. And then we see the main Kang of this army. He is taken out of there and sent to the quantum realm so that he could destroy the universe, which the previous Kang could not do. And this thing was pointing to that danger, which Scott was also thinking about. After this, we see Loki and Morbius. They meet the main Kang of the second version of this Kang's army, whose face Loki had identified, about which he also tells Morbius. The film ends here by showing this scene.